All right. We are here at the bonus round. We are here at the bonus round. Let's check it out. We are here. We are here. We're going to here to talk about who is the next one to defeat Roxanne for our NXT Women's Championship. All right, OPEC, salute to you, man. Thank you for coming out. We're going to get to the bonus round here. We're going to talk about Roxanne Perez, her current NXT Women's Championship run. We're going to see who is a formidable challenger for Roxanne's championship. And we're going to see who will be the next one as she recently just defeated recently defeated ooh, Lola Vice. I'm sorry. Mine went blank for a second. Who is going to face her after she defeated Lola Vice at NXT Heatwave? We're going to see who the next opponent for her is because we know Roxanne's in her second run. And this is at currently at she had the belt for 3 months. So she's been doing very good in her run. So we gotta give that to Roxanne. She's defeated a lot of people. She's defeated Lyra Valkyria. She's defeated Jordynne Grace. She now defeated Lola Vice and Natalya. She defeated definitely a good amount of people. But now we got to find a new challenger for Roxanne Perez. Who are the challengers that could be the challenger? Well, we can start with the obvious. Maybe Lola Vice gets a rematch. Maybe she gets a rematch. Maybe we can get her a rematch. Lola Vice did lose at fair and square at Heatwave. Maybe they run this back. Maybe Lola Vice challenges her again, and this time maybe Lola Vice defeats her, and maybe she could become the new women's NXT champion. That could be the case here. We have only time will tell, but I have a feeling that with the NXT Heatwave, despite Lola losing, I don't think this is the end of Lola Vice and her quest to become an NXT Women's Champion. I think there's going to be more, and I think she could eventually take the belt from Roxanne. I don't know when that's going to be necessarily, but I could very well see that happening. We got to keep an eye on that. Lola Vice, see, Figure 4 TV season 2, she could be the one to take the belt off her. I think she's the top person to get the belt off of Roxanne because she very well has what it takes to become champion. It's just what happened in the Heatwave match. Lola Vice was showboating a little bit too much. She was, shaking what her mama gave her, and it cost her the win. And she should have just kept it cool and focused on defeating Roxanne, just like Roxanne focused on defeating on her, and that's what led to Roxanne retaining and Lola losing. So I do see this match happening in the future. We just don't know when. Now, another person I have on hand, very well, Cora Jade. I talked about this on the NXT Heatwave review. Cora Jade, she is a return from an ACL injury. She's supposed to come back soon. She's supposed to return from injury. Let's keep that in mind. Figure 4 TV said this is what Lola Vice talking about. Facts, she don't have to beat Ross to get the strap. Triple threat, she will win. Definitely. But Cora Jade, she's gonna come back from injury. And I heard before she got injured with the ACL injury that she was in line to become NXT Women's Champion. I don't know if they shifted over to Roxanne instead. That was second option. Because remember, her and Roxanne have history. They could play off these two they were the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions. This belt no longer exists, by the way. It got merged with the women's tag team titles. But these two have a history together, and maybe they play off that. I know Cora turned on Roxanne, when they were tag team champions. That's how they lost. Cora just left her out to be, fed to the wolves pretty much. But they could go off this history now, and maybe Cora is the baby face in this one, and also Roxanne could be the heel like she is now. They could go off that very well. This could be a very good story with these two, and it could lead to ultimately Cora Jade winning the women's NXT champion because she's never been NXT women's champion. She's a good second option behind Lola Vice. That's just a good one there. Now we're gonna go over to now this is the small opponents Roxanne's size. Now we're gonna go to the larger size women, big competitors. And what I mean by that, I mean like a Last Legend. Maybe she's another option too. Last Legend did compete for the NXT North American Women's Championship at Battleground. She was even one of the favorites to win, but she did not win that match. Maybe she has a bigger quest in mind. Maybe she rather goes for the NXT Women's Champion because that would be Roxanne's biggest challenge yet. Think about it. Roxanne in her run, in her 3 month run as champion, she's never defeated a woman that's large and big. Maybe Last Legend will be a good challenge for her, and maybe she will push Roxanne to the limit even more than Lola Vice did, because Last Legend could be a very well good opponent for her. You know, Last Legend is very much bigger and Roxanne much smaller. Maybe they have the David versus Goliath storyline with these two women, and maybe it will be a good chemistry. They could work well off each other. Maybe even Last could defeat Roxanne and become the new NXT Women's Champion. Just a thought. Just a thought. I could see that happening because Lash Legend currently is not doing anything. She's still in a stable metaphor. When we see her after the whole Trick Williams thing was done, she's in backstage segments with Jakara Jackson, just talking to Norm Dar, talking to Ora Mensa, being pretty much used as a valet in a backstage segment rather than being a wrestler, which she is. She's a wrestler. Let's be honest. So number 3 option, Lash Legend. Now we'll go to the fourth person. Another one. She's bigger than Roxanne, almost as tall as Lash Legend. Hasn't been around as long as Lash Legend. Pretty much new, but made a very good impact on NXT. So she's been here, and we're talking about Miss Jada Parker. Maybe Jada Parker is the one to challenge Roxanne for the NXT Women's Championship. Maybe Jada Parker is the one that takes the belt off of Roxanne Perez. Just think about it. Jada Parker had a good, still has a feud with Michigan. I know he still had a rival, but she defeated Michigan in Street Fight last week on NXT. Did very well. I know now more Jada Parker right now. Her eyes are set on the NXT North American Women's Championship, which Carline Jordan holds. Maybe she challenges her and actually win it. But maybe if she does not win it, or she has her run with the NXT North American Women's Championship, maybe she later on comes challenging Roxanne for the NXT Women's Championship. Maybe that's the case, and maybe she'll be the one to defeat Roxanne for her coveted championship because she's bigger, much bigger than Roxanne, a little bit shorter than Last Legend, but definitely has agility and could definitely move in the ring and even move better than Last Legend, I'll say. She's not stiff at all. So maybe she will be a good challenger for Roxanne, and maybe she will be the one to push Roxanne to her limits as far as in the NXT Women's Championship match. She could be a very good option. Yes, I believe she's the next North American champ, but she could eventually, at some point in her career, go for the NXT Women's Championship. Maybe right after this run is over. Now she, of course, I put her last because I don't see her doing that, but she's still a good option. I see the other 3 women I mentioned are way better, more make more sense to face Roxanne now. Jada Parker's way down the line, and then at that time, Roxanne Perez will be out of NXT, probably onto the main roster. And like I said, maybe Lola Vice will be champion by the time she comes around and want to challenge for that belt when she spins the block on that. But I think it'll be too early for Jada Parker to compete for that title since she is